Jongsha, the spike or the 40% increase is probably due to testing. Thousands, 7,000 people were tested on Tuesday. And the health ministry is saying as more people are tested, they are going to discover that more people are testing positive. Are they ready? Questionable, and this seems to be a turning point right now where the health ministry officials are concerned that they may not be able to handle the influx of people who are going to test positive, the people who are going to be sick. I'm just going to give you a little background of where I am. I'm standing right now outside of what used to be, until a few days ago or a week or two ago, an upscale hotel. This has been turned into a command and control center. Not only is this being treated in Israel, the pandemic, as a war situation with a situation room here inside, this is also where people who test positive are going to be brought. There are 482 rooms here. Don't know how many beds, but sick people or people testing positive are going to come here and be isolated as well. There's a situation room here. Just to give you a sense of what's happening in the country is virtually on lockdown. People have been told not to leave their houses. 2,500 soldiers, reservist soldiers, have been called up to help enforce that lockdown, as well as border police, as well as police. There's surveillance measures usually used for counterterrorism. That's to track people who have tested positive. Those have now been put into place. The aim for the health ministry is to test 6,000 people per day. Will they be able to do that? Big question mark, as this again seems to be a turning point week. Right now they've also opened a drive-through testing center, but that won't be able to handle a huge influx of people. That's just a basic picture of what's happening here. And again, this seems like this week is going to be, we're going to see a jump in numbers, probably due to more testing. Jongshu?
Stephanie, Israel's president has urged the country to take the virus seriously. Is the ongoing political deadlock there somehow hampering the country's ability to control the epidemic?
Well, it certainly can't help it. The country's been without a permanent government for more than a year. The political rivals continue a back and forth sort of bickering between the sides. Just days ago, the latest Knesset, which is the parliament here, was sworn in, and concomitantly with the swearing in, rivals of current Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu introduced bills basically to pull him out of office. There's a big concern that Benjamin Netanyahu, on the heels or riding the coattails of this pandemic, could be power grabbing as long as there's no new government in place. As long as there's no permanent government in place, he remains prime minister. There's a tremendous fear among his political rivals and citizens here that that's what he's hanging on to. So again, it's not going to add to stability. The country needs a permanent government that can vote budgets into place, that can perhaps relieve somewhat the economic damage that is happening here. We're waiting to see what's going to happen with the formation of a government, but it's not looking tremendously positive right now. Jongshu?